What's going on, guys? In this video, we're gonna be talking about the top 5 roles to hire in your video business so you can make more money in your business, have your time back, and not have to wear all the hats and do everything in your video business. So this is gonna be great for you if you're stuck between 10 to 20 to 30K per month and you're looking to get to that next level. This training is gonna be for you, and we're gonna break down exactly who you need to hire in what order so you can buy your time back and make more money. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Eric Deeren. I run a company called Master Filmmaker, and to date, we've helped 412 video business owners implement marketing, sales, and operations processes so they can grow their business and not have to be reliant on referrals, cold calls, networking events, and all those crazy things, and so they can hire a team to buy back their time and not have to do everything themselves. So let's get into these top 5 roles. So role number 1 is pretty obvious, but you need an editor. So number 1, you need an editor. You need somebody to take that off your plate, because if you look at what you're really doing, you're probably spending anywhere between 20 and 40 hours per week doing all the editing. And editing is one of the lowest value tasks. You don't need to be editing. You can hire people for very, very cheap to do all the editing for you. And then that way you can buy your time back so you can work on more revenue generating activities. Now, the reason this is so important is because we're gonna look at on this chart who we're hiring, and then how much time it gets us back, and then how much money it costs to actually hire that person. So editors is gonna be 20 to 40 hours a week on average, right here, a week. And that's on average. And the cost to hire an editor, we're just gonna use money symbols, is gonna be relatively low. So it's $1 to hire an editor. Now, the reason that's important is because it's a lot of time that we're buying back for not a lot of money. And that's something you wanna make sure that you're looking at. Now, if it's not saving us a lot of time and it costs a lot of money, then we obviously wouldn't wanna hire that person because it's not a very valuable hire to move the business forward. All right, so now let's talk about the second person we need to hire. The second person that we need to hire is, simply put, a videographer. So you're probably spending a decent amount of time, if I had to guess, depending on how big your business is, you're probably spending at least another 20 hours a week actually going on the shoots. This is a problem, is because if you're spending time editing, if you're spending time going on shoots and filming, then you don't have time to actually make the business more money and get more clients. And to hire a videographer, let's just say it's $2 sign. So it's not as cheap as finding an editor, but it is still fairly inexpensive here. And the reason this is important is because we can't have you spending 20 hours a week on going on shoots and doing editing. You need to be focusing on revenue generating activities. So number 1, I'd hire the editor. Number 2, I'd hire the videographer. Now let's talk about number 3. Number three is we're gonna wanna hire an account manager. Now you may be wondering, what does an account manager actually do? So the account manager is the liaison between the client and the videographer and the editor. They're the person going back and forth, making sure that revisions are done properly, making sure the videographer's going out on the right shoots, they're doing all the scheduling, they're making sure that the client payments are run on time, and they're doing all the admin work to take that off your plate. Now, as far as communication with clients, maybe you're spending another 10 hours a week. And then as far as an account manager, they'd be about $2 signs to actually hire. Now let's talk about number 4. Number 4 is gonna be what we call an appointment setter. And so this is somebody who's going to set sales appointments for you with new potential clients, people who are interested in working with you. They're gonna qualify those sales appointments, and they're gonna set those sales appointments. And then they're gonna set those sales appointments for you. And the beautiful thing about this is somebody who can get you at least 10 to 20 hours a week back, and you can pay this person typically commission only. And so you can typically pay this person commission only. They're typically gonna be about 5% commission of whatever the total deal is. And they're going to allow you to only take appointments, sales appointments, with people who are qualified to work with you. And so they're gonna qualify those appointments, they're gonna make sure they're the right fit for people that you want to bring on as clients, and then they're going to set those for you. But the 5th person that you're going to need to hire is going to be a closer/consultant. And this is the person who's going to actually take those inbound calls that the setter was setting for you. But now that you have too much work on your plate, you can't take all those calls. This person's going to take the calls for you. And let's say that you're taking 5 calls a day. This person's gonna take those calls for you, and they're going to turn those appointments right here, appointments, into clients and money. And so this person is also, my marker will work here, commission only. Now, in some situations, you might pay a base, but usually for these people, because you have enough leads coming in every single month, they're gonna be commission only. Now, in order for this entire system to work, you might be asking, well, that's great and all, but I don't have enough clients to hire these people. And that's where you need to build out a video client acquisition system. And this is where you can predictably generate leads, calls, and clients for your video business every single day, week, and month. And that way, the appointment setter can call the leads, qualify the leads, and turn those into calls. The closer can take those calls, and then your videographer, editor, and account manager can actually fulfill on those clients. So now you have appointment setters setting the calls, closers. You have a closer taking the calls, turning that into money right here. And then you have a videographer, an editor, and an account manager who's actually managing the client for you. And you're managing these people. You've now bought your time back, and you don't have to worry about doing all the day-to-day. But obviously it takes time to get here, which is why you need a video client acquisition system to bring these people in so that you can finally hire these different people within the business to actually have the business start running without you. Now, this was just a sneak peek. If you guys have any more questions on this, click the link below this video. There's a free training going over how the system works and how you can start building this out for your video business. And if you have any questions, comment below, and we'll see you in the next video.